Pod Sound School presents Content Jefe, the podcast that helps online business owners make better content and more money. Let's jefe up. Hello, amigo, amigazo de mi alma. Welcome to Content Jefe, brought to you by the Pod Sound School. I'm Veronica.
And I'm Studio Steve.
And this podcast is for you if you're a business owner or content creator trying to figure out content marketing and how to make money online.
On each episode, we'll bring you inside the world of content creation so you can get inspired to make better content and more money.
In this episode, we're going to give you 5 tips on how to become a badass content creator. Mm-hmm. Well, but before we get into the episode, I want to thank you for watching our video podcast. If you're watching on YouTube or Spotify or listening to our podcast, thank you for being a loyal listener. Mm-hmm. We want to grow our community of content jefes. So make sure that you spread the word about our podcast. It will mean the world. It
will mean the world to us.
It will mean a lot to us.
Whether we're underwater
or struggling with the language.
Yes.
Or struggling with the second language. We'll appreciate it. We love you forever.
Yeah, and tag us anywhere on social media and we'll reshare that and we'll promote what you have going on. We'll promote your podcast. We'll promote your business.
Yeah.
We want to see you take your podcast, your content, and your business places. So don't be a stranger.
Yeah. Also, if we give you aha moments or if we make you angry, Steven tends to make people angry. Make sure that you...
I don't think I've ever made anyone angry.
Feel free to leave a comment, a review. We would love to hear from you.
Yes. And listen, content creation is hard. Mm-hmm. So that's why we're going to give you these 5 amazing tips.
Yes.
These 5 tips are super helpful. They're things that you can put to practice immediately. Mm-hmm. You can put into practice immediately. Mm-hmm. So
if you're thinking about becoming a content creator or if you're thinking about creating content for your business, this episode is going to give you a lot of aha moments.
Yeah, a lot of aha moments and a wonderful place to start. This is also a great review for those of you who have been at it for just a little bit. But this is for the newbies. Mm-hmm. So let's start with number 1.
So what do you do? What's the first thing that you do if you want to become a content creator?
You pick a niche. Mm-hmm. Now, look, we've gotten some comments and there's almost like people are very precious about how you say the word niche. Mm-hmm. But if it's not niche, like the way I just said it, then the expression the riches are in the niches doesn't make sense because niche, the riches are in the niches.
Niche.
So say it however you want.
Yeah. I don't care. Like I'm murdering words on the daily.
You're the word murderer.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
You're a serial killer, word killer. So,
I have a little bit of an accent. So what?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem
What's
with that?
it to you? So when you're picking a niche, if you already have a business.
It's Veronica because we can't understand you. Sorry.
Yeah. If you already have a business, that's great. Then you know who your niche is already. Mm-hmm. And you know who you'll be creating your content for. Mm-hmm. So that's really good if you already have a business. Don't have a business already? Not a big deal. This is a really good opportunity for you to start thinking in terms of who you want to help. Mm-hmm. Who do you care about the most? If you can, niche down, they say, or pick a select group of people. Mm-hmm. And a niche might be confused with demographics. It's not necessarily demographics. Like demographics is age, sex, race, income, those kind of things, right? Mm-hmm. Yearly income, household income, those kind of things would be your demographics. A niche is more almost like a group or a community of people. Mm-hmm. You can also think of it as interest groups, right? So what interest group of people, and the smaller the group of people, sometimes the better or the more profitable it can be for you, especially as a small business owner or a brand new business owner.
Yeah, when we started creating content, when we started our business, we would hear people saying that you need to niche down, business coaches, people online, and it didn't. We tried and we were like, yeah, okay, But it didn't register. It didn't register with me until we've been this year. We've been very, very studious. We've been setting time apart to read a lot of books, and we've been reading about marketing.
Yeah,
we've been reading about sales.
The education in there. It's very important.
Because even though we're educated people, I graduated law school. Steven is an audio engineer.
Yep.
We came to
so
this
how does
world
that relate
of
to content
creation.
marketing?
Yeah, content marketing or any of that. But the importance of niching down is just so enormous when you're starting. That's how you stand up.
Yeah, stand out.
And stand up from
up.
your... Why did I say stand up?
I don't know, but you can't. I mean, you stand up. It is a great way to stand out from the crowd, though. And I mean, just think about it. If you were just like, I make this podcast or I make this content for women, it's like, well, holy shit, man, there's a lot of women, you know? And I don't know why, now you got me second guessing everything. Let's stop second guessing. So, but
that's a good example.
Yeah, and then one layer down would be what, like women in their 40s?
Like women in their 40s.
But then that's like, well, holy cow.
There's a lot of
Homer.
women.
That's a lot of women in their 40s.
There's a lot of women in their 40s. But women in their 40s who are struggling with infertility.
Yes.
Who want to switch careers. Who want to. So it makes it so your content is so unique that it's just calling out those people.
To a specific person.
And if I'm scrolling down and if I see this post and if I see a video that is talking directly to the situation that I'm going through, which is not unique to me because there are millions of people, billions of people in this world.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tend to like pay more attention to that, follow that account, follow that creator, maybe going down the path of like signing up for an online course, get a one-on-one coaching or whatever that person can help me with in that particular situation. Is like a custom fitted dress or suit that is just fits you so well that you just can't help it. You love it.
And I love that you brought up online course because that's also the power of niching down, and why they say the riches are in the niches is because when you niche down, you can essentially provide the same product or service that you would to that higher, more broad niche we were discussing. But you can charge a lot more for it. Because if you were making a product for all women, it would have to be a cheap product because you're targeting a bunch of people. But if you're making postnatal women in their 40s or women post-divorce women in their 50s looking for love again, you can charge a lot more because that's their specific pain. That's the specific struggle they're going through. So
and
really
it's
powerful.
A specific solution that you're providing, not a general one.
Yeah.
So we have a lot to say about the niching down.
But we probably better move on to number 2.
Let's move on to number 2.
Number 2 is make an inventory of your skills. I like to do what I call the header voice.
Yes.
Which is why I make that sound.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sure if our children were watching this, that would be very embarrassing and cringy. Yes.
Yeah, which, by the way, we are getting...
We've been noticed at our kids' school.
We're the YouTubers.
We're the YouTube parents. At our kids' junior high, which they are humiliated by. Absolute humiliation. And we're trying this like a learning experience. Like, hey, it's okay. Like, teaching them not to care what people think about them. And we're like, oh, and also, can you tell them to subscribe and share and tell their parents to watch us as well?
We have a fan base in the middle school. But when you come into content creation, it's very important for you to take an inventory of the skills that you have. Because the first thing that we do is like to start comparing ourselves with other creators and start feeling all insecure. Before you do that, just take an inventory of your awesome skills that I know that you have. For example, I came into content creation feeling like I didn't know any of the technical stuff. I didn't know how to create a video. I didn't know. If you go back on our YouTube channel, Pod Sounds Cool, to watch my first videos, it was a total disaster. I didn't have any skill for that. But I was very good at researching and writing. So that's what I started to do. I created our blog. I started writing scripts.
All the copy for our website.
For our emails, for our courses.
For our freebies.
The
descriptions that go on the Instagram captions.
Yeah, all of that. So that was some skills that I brought from my work as an attorney.
And did you say emails too? Email marketing?
Emails too.
Yeah, and so this is really cool. And if we kind of follow down the list, we can hit on some skills that will become very useful for you as a content creator, but that can also kind of guide you into what type of content creator to be. Because it's important not to get overwhelmed. You don't have to get into content creation doing everything all at once. all of the things you'll do will naturally lead in all the other things. And then you'll have sort of this holistic ultimate content marketing strategy, which is kind of what we teach here. But to start with, if you have any one of these skills, you can just start with one specific type of content that you make.
Yeah.
So there was writing. You mentioned that.
Yeah, writing.
We can make that the first one. The second one would be, do you have any video or audio editing skills? Because then you not only are you going to be able to start without hiring any editors to help you, but your content is going to look really good and sound really good, which in turn will immediately add authority to your content that you make. The next one, but that kind of, and just allows you to do anything. You could podcast, you can make videos, you can do all of that. The next skill would be photography. If you like taking pictures on your phone or even on your camera, that's going to come in handy a lot when it comes to all types of graphics, photos, but also all of the videos that are so popular on all the social platforms.
And then talking skills.
And then you also put on the list here, acting skills or feeling comfortable in front of the camera. Maybe we could sum all that up together into what we say the art of rhetoric.
Or performance.
Performance and speaking, right?
Yeah.
So if you have those kind of, well, no, because I guess talking skills, like, so it's like if you're a windbag and you talk a lot, then podcasting is probably going to be a good idea for you.
Yeah, if you like to have conversations with people, if you can shut up about certain things, if you're
just so
if you're
passionate
driving your
about everything
family
you talk about.
crazy, then
if you get told a lot, like if you get called a tangenter, if you get told you have diarrhea of the mouth, if you are somebody who talks a lot, then yes, podcasting is a wonderful place where you can hop in front of the microphone. You should be recording a lot of those tangents, because those tangents could then be turned into transcripts very easily. And those transcripts could then be made into blog posts. And you could maybe hand those transcripts to somebody who has skills in writing. And we're going to get to that at the end of this list, is if you're strong in just one of these, you can find help in finding people who are strong in the other ones. So there's acting, talking, but then the acting and the rhetoric, like being comfortable in front of the camera, that's really great, because then you can just, with your phone, you don't have any editing skills, but with your phone, you could just immediately start popping out some videos for all the short platforms, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram.
Yeah.
And then research skills.
If you have that skill, it's gonna help you to stand out.
Yeah.
I said it.
These are the skills that we just mentioned that are really the ones that are going to help you a lot with content creation. Yeah. And if you don't have any of these skills, or you probably do, but if you don't feel like you have any of these skills, that's why we're here. And we'll teach you. We have online courses. We have this podcast. We have a ton of free resources on our YouTube channel, our main YouTube channel, Pod Sound School. So
also, don't be afraid to try it and to experiment.
Yeah.
Because maybe you don't have the skill right now. Like when I started recording videos, but after making 200 videos, then I'm getting good at it.
Yeah.
I'm getting good at it. So maybe if you start experimenting with things, maybe you'll find that you're good to for making videos and for talking in front of the camera, or that you're good at having conversations. So don't be afraid to experiment, and also get the education, sign up for that online course, sign up for that training, for that one-on-one coaching that's going to help you to gain those skills, so you can really go out in the world of content creation and kill it. Kill it. Hey, I'm interrupting the episode for a little announcement. You know you have to create content to attract more prospects online, but the whole thing seems daunting and too much to figure it out on your own. Which social media platform should I choose? Should I start making videos for IG Reels, TikTok, or YouTube? What skills do I need to learn? What equipment do I need? Or maybe you're considering starting a podcast for your business. And if any of that's the case, we want to invite you to sign up for the waitlist for Smart and Simple Podcasting. It's our first coaching program where we, the Pod Sound School, will be teaching you how to create and launch a professional podcast from scratch. Content marketing, so your content is a lead generation machine for your business, and different ways to maximize every time you record, so you can create micro pieces of content that will go on different social media platforms. We'll be holding your hand through the whole process, meeting weekly with you, making sure that you're not getting left behind. We've been teaching students and clients about podcast and video production and marketing for 4 years. Our approach to teaching is straightforward, innovative, and fun. So hurry up and go to podcastingsmart.com/waitlist to sign up or find the link in the description of this episode. Stop working so hard on your content. Make your content work for you. Now back to the episode.
Okay, so now we are about halfway through the episode. We're going to cruise through the next ones.
It's going to cruise through.
We want to cruise. We spent a long time on that one because we had a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
This one is number 3, and we have 5, remember, that we're getting through. Mm-hmm. Number 3 is choose and study the platform. And I would say choose wisely.
Mm-hmm.
So with the platforms, what platforms are we talking about?
So we're talking about YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
Twitter, Facebook. I suppose you could do LinkedIn, Pinterest, and you even have some other ones, Snapchat. I mean, there's a lot of platforms that you could be on. If you're a gamer, you could be on Twitch. There's Discord. I mean, the list goes on and on. We're just talking about the main ones.
Yeah. So mainly what you want to do is to learn to educate yourself regarding the platform, how the algorithm works.
Yes. Well, actually, if we were to back up, you want to make sure first that your niche is on that platform.
Yes.
Or at least that you think they're on that platform. So if your niche is over 40, they're probably on Facebook, right? Or Instagram, yeah.
Or LinkedIn.
Right? But not as many of them would be on TikTok, even though they are coming over to TikTok now as well. And so it's just about and then what you were getting into was how the platforms work.
Yes. So get familiar with how the platform works. They work differently depend on the content, the kind of content that you want to create. I made some points here. For example, YouTube favors longer videos. Now they're coming out with YouTube Shorts. That's something that you should take advantage of.
Yep.
YouTube has a powerful algorithm to give you more exposure. It doesn't work like Instagram. Instagram is all about recency and user interaction. YouTube is user interaction and watch time, but we are still getting views from videos that we posted 3 years ago.
Actually, our top performing video on YouTube right now is from 3 years ago.
So that's why YouTube is the platform that we have concentrated all of our
efforts the most.
Yeah,
and when you put content onto YouTube, it really is like real estate online. And it also, the one thing that people overlook when they think about getting onto YouTube is that it also gives you SEO power on Google. So we have a lot of keywords that we've targeted, for example, with our YouTube videos, that if you Google that exact keyword, and it just so happens that we know a lot of people every month Google that exact keyword, depending on the keyword, Google will actually populate our video directly in the results. So for example, if you Google, what should my podcast be about quiz, which is something that is auto-populated, so it's suggested to people to click on that when they start typing it anyway. Right now, at the time we're recording this, Google will actually show a video I made, and I'm there, and it breaks it up into 6 different parts. So that's not YouTube, that's Google, and that's some pretty cool SEO, and that's a really cool way that you can start ranking, getting a lot of eyes on you. And it's kind of like a twofer. It's like an extra deal, you know?
A twofer.
A 2 for 1.
But Instagram is all about recency and user interaction. What I like, I'm going to start with I like about Instagram, and then we're going to...
I'm fine with Instagram.
We're gonna say what we don't like about Instagram. Instagram has so many features that it's a one place where you can build a cohesive brand.
Yeah.
It has video, it has the link in bio, it has the profile picture that you can take advantage of. It has the little highlights that you can store things for people to
you store your stories and your
highlights. So people go to your Instagram and they can see like what your brand is all about.
They could also kind of look back into your history. So there's some real estate there as well.
Yeah.
As far as people can learn a lot about you. I mean, it's really valuable for so many reasons. I think about like restaurants and like people who have physical products, businesses like that. It's so cool. Like it's very common for me now when I'm thinking about where to go eat.
Yeah.
If they have an Instagram, that helps me make the decision whether to go there or not.
Yeah.
So-
Like, and whether we're going to hire somebody or not, then we'll look at the
and then when it
Instagram.
comes to coaches and online business owners and stuff too, now it's like we check whatever social platform you choose to say that you have, people are going to go check that and get a feel for you.
Yeah. That one of the things that I don't like about Instagram is the recency factor, the recency thing of the algorithm is that you post a video and then that video is good for, I would say, an hour or two. And then after that is dead.
Yeah, I think the biggest complaint that most people currently have about Instagram is that they just can't seem to make up their mind.
Yeah.
It also seems like they are copying every other type of platform. They're not sure what they want to be. So they sort of lack an identity. It's also, what many years ago was like thought of as like almost for photographers and like really cool pictures and then sharing pictures of your family.
And
that
the
kind of a thing.
curated feed.
The curated feed. And also there was this feeling of community within your own community of friends that you would make. And then you would get shown content from your friends and from your family and from people you actually follow. Well, now they want to do the whole interest-based thing like TikTok.
The For You page.
For the For You page. So now they're just showing you a bunch of unsolicited content the way that TikTok does. And so now that kind of killed what they stood for. And it's the same kind of thing with Facebook. Both of those platforms, both owned by the metaverse, are both struggling, I think, to maintain their authority,
identity,
and relevancy and all of that. Yeah. And it's just kind of a shit show. And frankly, I think the sooner those two platforms can just be thrown in the trash, the better off that the human race will be. But in the meantime, it is a great place for brand identity.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're posting content over there. And follow us on Instagram. We love Instagram. I'm an Instagram fan.
We do. I've always kind of had my feelings about Instagram. So
we are on TikTok too. And TikTok is the short format videos, super fun videos that you can even make with your camera or that you can create in the app.
Yes. And what's so cool about TikTok is that it has this, groundbreaking algorithm, they call it, of interest-based stuff.
Interest-based algorithm.
And that's so powerful because
it's very interesting to see like my kids' TikTok is different than my TikTok. They call it mom talk. Mm-hmm. Because my TikTok is about recipes. People working out. And people falling down.
People falling down. If they just had a people falling down TikTok, I'd just be there all day. Right? There's not enough videos of people falling down. But that is the greatest advancement in human society that came from all of us having one of these in our pockets, is the dramatic increase in available videos of people falling down.
Yes. So one of the things that you have commented is that every time you open the app, then there's somebody screaming at you.
Yes, it's unsolicited. And for that reason, I have found it to be off-putting because
invasive.
It's invasive because I prefer the type of content where I can actually select what I'm going to watch. What I hate is if you get on the platform to even post a video on the platform, immediately somebody's like, my husband left me. And you're like, geez, I did not sign up for this. I just wanted to get onto the platform to post a video. And all of a sudden, the negative energy of the world is now in my chest. But that's all right.
Because the TikTok algorithm is a system that decides which videos to display to users of their For You page, depending on their individual preferences. That's something that I like about TikTok, is that I'm not constricted to the people I follow. On my For You page, I get new videos and new creators suggested to me on my For You page, and I can decide if I like that creator or not.
Yeah.
So that's why this algorithm is so powerful, because you can post your content there and your content would be suggested to other people depending on what they're into, depending on what the videos that they like to watch, whether or not they follow you or not, and they get to decide if they will follow you or not.
Yeah. And TikTok is very generous with that. Instagram is generous with that too. Like both of those platforms will actually show your video, no matter the size, no matter what the size is of your platform, they will actually show your short videos to strangers, to perfect strangers, which is essentially free marketing for you, other than the effort and the pain and the blood, sweat, and tears you put in actually making the videos. That's actually not free at all, but it is immediate, really valuable attention that you can get on those platforms.
Yeah, and quickly we can talk about Twitter.
Yeah, and so Twitter's its own beast, really cool. Veronica probably has the same feeling about Twitter that I have about Instagram. That's why you'll find me over there and her on Instagram. Twitter's great for little conversations, thoughts.
I'm more visual.
Yeah, Naval calls them micro blogs. One of the most popular things that you can do on Twitter is a thread. If you want to really kind of kill it with a Twitter strategy, threads are very popular right now. Threads remind me of Instagram cascades, whereas you just make a tweet and then you add another tweet to it and another tweet to it and another tweet to it. That's really good too if you have some valuable information to give.
And some creators are getting huge on Instagram just by reposting what they post on TikTok.
Or what they post on Twitter.
I mean, on Twitter,
Yeah, and so Twitter is a way that you can kind of use copy. What Veronica is mentioning is that you can make a tweet that says something kind of profound or a quote from one of your favorite people or something that's relevant to your niche. And then you take a screenshot of that tweet and you turn it into an Instagram Reels video. And those are blowing up right now too. So
you don't even have to show your face.
Yeah. And so Twitter's cool in that way. Twitter's also a cool way to actually get a hold of a lot of people as well. So it's a great communication tool, great community builder in that way. Also, if you're into it and you want to try out Twitter Spaces, it seems like Twitter Spaces may be performing better now than Clubhouse. If you even remember what Clubhouse was, that was fun. Well, it still is, but is it anymore?
I don't know.
I don't know either, right? Do you know? Let us know. If we offended you, by the way, let us know about that too. We'll see if we can make it right. Maybe a Starbucks gift card or something, We'll buy you a coffee. If I offended you, I will buy you a coffee. So why don't we got to cruise through these next two.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to keep you too long. But the number 4, why did I go good?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Get on a regular schedule. So this is tips for content creation. Again, this is number 4. And getting on a regular schedule, that after you kind of start creating haphazardly and going through all the struggles and the ups and downs of creating, make sure that you schedule breaks. You have to really be concerned about your mental health. And most of us getting started with content creation aren't just able to jump into it because we don't have the savings. So we have to juggle our family life and our work life as well. So,
and chances are you're not going to be an overnight success
sensation
or that you're going to go viral. And if you do, let us know because we'll be there with you celebrating you.
Yeah.
It's more like the little deposits that you make on regular basis that will show results in months and years to come.
Yeah.
That's why it's super important to get on a posting schedule that works for you, that allows you to still have a life and be happy.
Yeah, and
juggle other things.
And don't become weary or sad or compare yourself to people when there's a lot of overly enthusiastic coaches, marketing gurus and things that tell you, post 4 times, 5 times every single day on TikTok, and that's how you can explode a TikTok account. That is reasonable for them because they have the surplus and the finances and the resources to hire a team of people. That in order to do that, you'd have to have an editor, and you'd probably also need to have like a camera crew or somebody that can follow you around to help you produce those videos. Yeah. You probably might also need somebody to help you with content ideas because you're talking about a tremendous amount of content. And unless for some reason you can figure out and you're comfortable with like some of the skill sets before, just to always have a camera on yourself. But even then, the editing time, the prep time, the adding the music, the posting and the scheduling, all the little bells and whistles and stickers and things you like to add to your videos that you post, it's not feasible to do too much. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Consistency is better. Maybe you can only do 3 or 4 posts to TikTok a week, and that's fine. Right now, we're currently trying to do 5. We do 5 short videos a week. When we have the resources to bring more team members on, we would like to increase our output to see what would happen and to take, to gather data of that type of a strategy. But, and finally, to end this episode, this is probably the best tip, and that is tip number 5. Find ways that you can start monetizing so that you can hire help.
Yeah, you don't have to wait until you have 1,000 followers on Instagram or you have 1,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. You can get creative with the ways that you can bring some money to your side hustle, or if you're doing content creation full time. So you can start hiring people, or maybe buying better equipment, or just investing to get some free time, and so you can use that free time for other lucrative things. Things that you can do is that you don't have to wait for the ad revenue money or for sponsors to reach out to you. You can start reaching out to sponsors and send cold emails and or message people on Twitter or Instagram. That has worked for us in the past to get a hold of brands and people that we want to collaborate with. Messaging on Twitter and Instagram has been very effective for us instead of emails.
Yeah, because part of the problem with monetizing is that it kind of seems to be wrapped up with vanity metrics. You know, obviously, if you have 1 million followers, you're going to be able to monetize like crazy. People will be approaching you. And actually, people are going to start approaching you after you have a few thousand followers, more than likely, depending on the niche that you're in. But like Veronica said, you can say, hey, I already have 100 people who listen to my podcast every week, or I have an email list of 1,000 people. They're all really interested in you. Would you like me to create some content? There's user-generated content you can offer, and you can go that route to try to find sponsorships. The other thing you can do is already try to sell some products to your existing people as well. That could be digital products, online courses, coaching services. If maybe you need to come up with a way so that you can actually leave your 9 to 5 and really dive into content creation, and you can start taking clients to help them create their content or whatever it is. I always recommend that, because that's kind of a win-win situation. If you put money and invest money into an online course and learn how to edit video and audio or whatever it is, or learn how to get really good at content creation, then that's a skill set that you can charge people for. And people are actually willing to pay quite a lot of money for that. And you can position yourself as somebody who offers premium services in that area.
Yeah, so this takes us to the end of this episode.
Yeah, hopefully you found that very useful.
If you have any questions regarding content creation, how to become a content creator, how you can start monetizing, make sure that you get a hold of us. You can find me on Instagram at Pod Sound School, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave your questions in the comments.
Yeah, and if you're listening on any of the podcast players, Apple Podcasts, leave us a review. Let us know what you think about the show, what your favorite episodes have been, and what you'd like to hear us cover or talk about.
Yes.
And until next time, good luck with your content creation and your business.
Bye, Jefe.